Am I live? Yes, I am. What's going on, peoples? Y'all, let me get out of this. Just tell my partners I'm going live. Y'all gotta be careful. You got to be more careful. Y'all, my Glock stuff that came. What's up? No. Oh. Y'all, my Glock stuff that came. Yeah. My pens and stuff. As soon as I get off the live, I'm gonna throw these in. These little parts in my Glock 48. I got it for the Glock from the Glock store. They just take so long to fulfill your order at the Glock store. I hate dealing with the Glock store. Because I ordered it back on the 29th and I got it yesterday. So it took them almost about 9 to 10 days to get it out to me. Whatever. But you came with this, and then they gave me 3 Glock stickers, y'all. They being generous with the Glock stickers. I already got it. Do I got a Glock? Yeah, I got this big Glock sticker that I got. I already got a Glock sticker on my what's name, so I just throw these in my patch and sticker bin in my gun locker. I got a gun safe and I got a gun locker full of junk, and I got a tote full of junk. I got so much junk, y'all. Don't get too heavy into the guns, man. You be looking like me, spending too much money in gun stuff. Too much money in gun stuff. We'll wait till a couple more people get in. Ain't nobody really in here. Shout out to Wheelchair Shooter. I've been following him for about 6 months to about 8 months. Just looking at his journey as a shooter in a wheelchair, man, it's been amazing to see somebody that's in the, and it might be some more, young men or young women that's in a wheelchair that actually is in the firearm world. So I like looking at it at his perspective as being a person that's in a wheelchair, man, and their perspective on how they prepare themselves to shoot. How do they EDC being in a wheelchair? So shout out to Wheelchair Shooter. He got plenty of followers. I think he's at 5.17 or something like that. So he has a very wide range of followers. Or he's not a small YouTuber. But I'm enjoying seeing the journey as a responsible gun owner that had an accident and ultimately the wheelchair is how he gets around. So yeah, if you walking, don't take walking for granted. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that you can get up, walk. So shout out to him, man, doing great things in the firearm community, YouTube community, GunTube community. So shout out to him, man. I've been watching, like I said, for about 6 to 8 months. Great channel. So definitely go subscribe to Wheelchair Shooter. Great content, great brother. And I'm definitely enjoying his content and his perspective as a shooter that's due to an accident has been now the wheelchair is how he gets around. So shout out to him, man, the great things he's doing for the, you can shoot, you can EDC in a wheelchair. So shout out. I'm quite sure it was, more YouTubers before he came, but he's one of the ones that I recognize really that I've been watching since I jumped on YouTube. Well, I ain't gonna say since, but since he's came out, since I've discovered him on YouTube. Great YouTube channel for people that's in wheelchairs to kind of, if you want to get in the game, if you want to start EDCing, that's a great channel to go to and kind of see what it's like, get the feel of EDCing, in a wheelchair, and also being able to fire firearms in a wheelchair. So your ability is not limited to your situation. Are there some limitations? I'm quite sure it is. I'm not gonna sit and be like, no, he has no excuses. No, there is limitations when you're in a wheelchair. Let's be real. Let's be honest about it. And so but shout out to him, and we got to go ahead and person of the day, the person of the live is wheelchair shooter. So why is my computer jumping around doing crazy stuff? All right, let's go and hit a short here somewhere.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Record. Sitting right back. Stand by.
Hold on, y'all. I don't know if they're gonna copyright me with that music in the background. Try to find one without a bunch of music. And as y'all can see, he's even doing competition shooting in a wheelchair. So, hey, shout out to Wheelchair Shooter, man. Y'all definitely go subscribe to my brother's channel, man. Supporting one another don't cost you a thing. It just costs you a couple seconds of your time. Click that subscribe button. Go look at a couple of videos. Just we support one another. As a gun community, we are even with now we're not together. We're divided. And I say this, and the reason why I'm gonna say this is because of last week or the week before, I think it's last week, when the paramedic, the response worker got shot by ICE, and people are like, well, he shouldn't bring his gun to a protest. Y'all, he's a law-abiding citizen, regardless of what he has on him. As a firearm owner, you should be irate because that puts people that carry period in danger. We shouldn't be divided on that issue. There's no reason why they should have shot that man because he has a firearm. That's his Second Amendment right. That's his right to be able to. And now the thing is, well, should you carry if you're going to a protest? I mean, prime example, a couple years ago, that big thing with the dude came into the theater dressed like the Joker, shot the theater up. So I shouldn't bring my pistol to a theater because that dummy. No, when I go to the movies, I carry my pistol. You not about to. No, there's no way after that incident that I'm going to feel comfortable. And I go to a pretty good one. It's not. where I go and go to the movie theater, but we shouldn't be debating as gun owners if he should or shouldn't have his firearm on him just to go to a protest. We shouldn't be divided in that. So, man, just need to support one another, man. And it's just some things as a gun owner we shouldn't be debating about at all. But what can I say? That shouldn't even been an issue, really, tell you the truth, with that situation and that guy getting shot like that. And by multiple agents. But that's just my personal opinion. Some stuff we shouldn't be nowhere near divided about. All right, so we gonna let me see if I can find this one. Oh, Illinois, okay. What's up, right, Rambo? Mr. Bullshitter, Miss Ewing. All right, y'all. We gonna do. I ran across this story this week, and while I was at work, and it's definitely a sad story. She shouldn't have lost her life because of an idiot. Don't matter what race you are. I'm gonna say it and be very frank on what I'm saying. But we have idiots out here in the world that don't want to work, that want to take from others, that work hard to get what they have. And so, unfortunately, the money was given to him. After the money was given to him, he still ended up shooting a bartender in the head, execution style. I don't. That's. I don't think she was open yet. She was about to prepare to open up the bar. She's the owner of the bar, and man, end up. Man, this a tough one. This one is definitely a tough one because she did all the right things. She gave the man the money with no trouble, didn't fight back, and he still decided to pull the trigger and ends this one woman's life. She's like 30 years old. She ain't began to live her life. And he takes her just nonsense. It's just a nonsense type of kill. It's stupid to me. What people are going to jail for. I had another one that I was watching on First 48 where they kids, 16, 17 years old, dude comes out, yell at him. He just lets off 3 rounds, end up, man, killing. He had just came over from Mexico working, sending money home to his family. And he ends up shooting him and end up killing the young man. All over a 94 Honda. What was it? A Honda Civic. They was trying to steal a 94 Honda Civic and end up killing somebody. And one of the boys that was involved in the robbery live right around the corner from the guy that they was trying to rob. Come on, man. You going to jail for killing somebody over a 94 Honda Civic. Make it make sense, man. That is you gonna lose. You done threw your way of life. You done threw your life away for a 94 Honda Civic. Let that sink in, y'all. I'm going to jail for murder and trying to steal a 94 Honda Civic. And one of my buddies lives right around the corner from where we committed the crime. These stories out here is unbelievable. Unbelievable what these people are getting locked up for. Nonsense. Stupid stuff. I'm not first of all, I'm not going out there to steal the 95, 94 Honda Civic. What I look like in 2026 going to steal the 95 or even we'll go a 2005 Honda Civic to go to jail for killing someone over a 2005 Honda Civic in 2026. I'm not throwing my life away like that. If anything, I'm going to try to get me a Lamborghini. If I'm a joyride, I'm a joyride in something nice before I go to jail. It ain't gonna be no 90. It ain't gonna be no 2005 Honda Civic. I know that much. I definitely ain't going to jail over that piece of crap. That ain't happening. Oh no, I ain't doing that. So let's get into this story I found this weekend. Like I said, 30 years. I don't even think she's past 35, but let's go ahead and let's get this story going. All right, we're going to do the short version. We're not doing the long version.
Authorities say a flood of tips helped lead them to the suspect, the arrest coming just a couple of hours after the county sheriff went before cameras and appealed for the public's help. On this residential block in Hammond, Indiana, heavily armed officers making the arrest of 47-year-old Julius Burks Jr., who allegedly took the life of popular bar owner Courtney Drisdale.
It feels like a really big relief, if I'm being honest, that someone is in custody to do justice for Courtney.
The Kankakee County Sheriff says shortly after 11 a.m. Monday, Burks, who was allegedly seen on video in a yellow work hoodie, entered the bar called The Line along Illinois Route 114, just west of the Indiana border. Investigators say the 30-year-old Drisdale, who's a mother of a young child, was alone and had just opened the business when Burks demanded money from the register at gunpoint.
Ms. Drysdale complied. Despite her cooperation, the suspect shot her twice. Execution style.
Investigate.
I think this case happened in Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. This was a case that was in So I think they're in Illinois. The first thing I don't understand is, and it's not her fault, it's just the world we live in. You ain't got no brother, you ain't got no cousin, you ain't got nobody that can be in the bar with you. And you a woman? You couldn't hire anybody in your family with CPL to be your what's the name while you open up that early as a woman. And like I said, she shouldn't have to do that. She should be able to open up her business with nobody bothering her. She could live her life, but that we don't live in that type of world, people. We don't live in that type of world where women can, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that because Now she has to come out of her pocket to have a family member to be there with a CPL to be able to protect her as she opens up her bar. Man, this is a sad one. Let's continue with the story.
Investigators say Burks drove away toward Indiana in his white BMW. A car matching that description later towed from his block. The sheriff says Burks tried to conceal the crime.
Before leaving, the suspect attempted to remove what he believed to be a digital recording device from the wall. However, investigators have recovered video evidence.
Some 2 hours after that news conference, that arrest in Hammond by Kankakee County Sheriff's deputies, Hammond Police, and U.S. Marshals.
He took a beautiful soul, and she's the sweetest person ever. So it's a weight lifted off the shoulders a little bit.
Authorities say that suspect is currently being held in Indiana pending an extradition hearing to bring him to Illinois.
The deals are on at Best Buy.
So basically, it happened in Chicago, but I believe he lives in Indiana. And so for his trial, they're going to bring him back to Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, well, Illinois, period, to face the charges that they're going to charge him with. It's, you don't want to fork over the money, and I'm gonna do this other one where a crime is happening, and I want to say Chicago as well. But this is what a gas station owner decided to do. As crime was increasing, he felt it was his duty to and so we're gonna go back to that one. But this is what he did. Hold on, okay, y'all, we're gonna do this one.
Some Philadelphia gas stations are adding a new feature, armed guards. It's a shocking sight, but one store owner believes it's necessary to keep customers and staff safe. Action News reporter Annie McCormick has the story tonight from North Philadelphia.
Locked and loaded. The enhanced security measures at this North Philadelphia Carco gas station has the public's attention.
The first week it was tension from the public because they have never seen anybody with an AR shotgun walking around. And you know, why are you here? Are we in Beirut?
It's nice and safe for me. I can get my juice, go back to my car without worrying about somebody jumping in it.
Neil Patel owns 22 gas stations in the region, 12 in Philadelphia. He hired the armed agents because he says crime targeting customers and his store and employees is rampant.
Selling the drugs openly, cops here, they don't do nothing. Oh my God, strawberry stealings, vandalizing my car.
We're Pennsylvania state agents and we're not security. Basically what we do is we do security details to protect the public when the public calls upon us when the police can't be there.
We watched as the agents diffused potential conflicts tonight. A 6 ABC analysis of Philadelphia police data shows firearm robberies at gas stations have more than tripled over the last few years.
We have 9 gas station shooting cases that we're representing right now.
Philadelphia-based attorney David Theraselvam says gas stations are a soft target for shootings, robberies, and carjackings. He has 9 clients who are gunshot victims suing the gas station owners where their shootings occurred. He says by law, owners must protect customers from known dangers.
When you've got shootings and things like that going up and down the street.
See, y'all, that's the loophole. You hear what he said. They just said that a gas station has to protect their customers. now they're getting sued because they're getting shot at a gas station. Let's keep going.
Right around you, you know or should know that that could come on your property as well.
The guards working here say since they began patrolling this gas station 3 weeks ago, they've already received inquiries from other gas stations in the region. Reporting in North Philadelphia, Annie McCormick, Channel 6, Action News.
So, to people that carry firearms, I don't see nothing wrong with that. By law, as you see the attorney just said, if you're at a gas station, according to Philly, now this is in Philly, I don't know about anywhere else, but in Philly, it's that gas station owner's responsibility to protect their customers. Instead of punishing the criminals, we're going to punish the gas station owners by suing them because you have an idiot doing idiotic things. And so I have to suffer as a gas station owner, come out of my pocket to make sure the customers are safe. Extra money coming out of my pocket so I can make sure they're safe. When are we going to start? If it's clear-cut evidence that this person has committed a crime, why are we not? Now, if it's iffy and you gotta get evidence and stuff like that, then I understand. But if you got it on tape, you got somebody that knows somebody that witnessed the shooting, stuff like that. Why are these people not being? And I'm not saying they can't change, but you can't go to any of these other countries and do the stuff you do here in America. America is the justice system is one of the craziest. That's true. So, and this is what frustrates me. Y'all, gas station owners got to pay for extra security. You looking at 3 or 4 of them guys at the gas station. Look how much money he's forking over just to put security at his gas station because police don't have enough police officers. That's like here in Detroit. Don't have enough. Y'all begging for police officers. Y'all begging for sheriffs. But y'all hiring process is bull crap. It is going on 2 years and I applied for 3 sheriff departments and nobody has called me back. But they're begging for police officers. We need police officers. Went to, in 2017, applied for Wayne Sheriff, and then I applied for the Detroit Police Department. Both of them denied me. I don't have no criminal record. I've been at the same employee now going on 15 years. My credit report ain't bad. I got a CPL. I own my own house, buy my own house. I don't know. Do they want the perfect cop? Do they want the perfect sheriff? Do they want the perfect police officer? I don't know. I don't have a criminal. And then I gave them the paperwork when they tried to convict me and when I was in college. They have all that paperwork. So instead of holding criminals accountable like they should be doing, like in a home invasion, why are we not, if there's clear-cut evidence, and that's what I'm starting to think. because this is my second. I started applying for them again in 2004. 2004, I started applying to Wayne County again. It is 2026. 2024 back in, I think I said I want to start it back in August of 2024. I started applying to Wayne, and then eventually 2025 I applied for Macomb, and I applied for Oakland County where I live at. I had to reapply to Oakland, and I'm still waiting on Wayne. And I'm waiting on Macomb. But one of my homeboys at work, one of my homies, he got a friend that work at the Wayne County Sheriff Department. And he said they are very, very slow. Like, how are y'all so slow to the point y'all need officers? I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. But you know, we are getting punished for people going out and do wrong. Like, how can you sue me civilly and you broke in my house? You shouldn't be able to sue for nothing other than I should be able to sue you for breaking and entering in my house. How are they even being able to sue anybody? What's up, Tulamo? How are they able to sue anybody? It shouldn't be no law. You shouldn't be able to do a lawsuit for nothing. You came and violated. You came and violated where I pay my mortgage or I pay my rent at. I didn't come in your house. You came in my house. So my thing is, why are we giving criminals the ability? Okay, if you get put in a wheelchair, if you get a bladder bag on you because you did wrong, why am I paying for your wrong, for you being wrong? I shouldn't have to deal with that. You decided you made a decision that ultimately cost you either your life or it cost you permanent damage. And I should no way in hell, there's no judge that should be able to even entertain me getting sued. Yeah, they keep on with this. We're going to keep on stacking laws on top of laws. Yeah, where my phone at? Y'all know how many gun laws? And I'm 42 years old. You know how many gun laws been made since I've been born? We probably got a quadruple amount of gun laws in the United States that's not working. But they keep on hollering, well, let's keep on making gun laws. Are y'all kidding me? More gun laws for who? The criminal element don't care about gun laws. If they did, we wouldn't have this big of a problem, but they don't care about gun laws. Let's see, how many gun laws been made since October 1983? Y'all, we will never know how many. We will never, even in this number, no one on earth will be able to Okay, y'all, I'm gonna read this right here. While there is no single exact count due to the vast overlapping nature of federal, state, and local regulations, it is commonly since that there are over 20,000 gun laws in the United States. These range from federal restrictions on types of firearms to thousands of state level statutes statuses, including concealed carry permits and bans in multiple origins regarding zoning and discharge. Duh. All right, we're gonna go federal laws. Let's see what federal laws say, y'all. We doing our research today. Key regulations include the 1934 National Firearms Act, 1968 Gun Control Act, and the 1993 Brandy Handgun Violence Prevention Act, which cover interstate gun trafficking and background check requirements. That's federal. All right, let's go down to our state legislation. Following the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting, 49 states enacted over 620 gun safety laws. That's after a school shooting. They come up with 620 gun safety laws. Variables. Law vary domestically by state for insert. California, Hawaii have the strictest regulations, while states like Mississippi have the weakest. So California and Ohio, why do I want to cut? Hawaii have the strictest regulations. Local origins, many cities and multitudes of additional laws, such as Georgia, Kansas, which requires residents to own firearms. So you got some states where homeowners have to own firearms. So y'all, there's over 20,000 gun laws that's been passed from federal, state to local regions in the United States, and it's still doing nothing to slow down a criminal. So y'all, they keep on passing all these gun laws, and it's not doing anything to scare for criminal. Because a lot of them get a slap on the wrist. I wanted to do another one. I was just thinking, what was the other one I was thinking of doing? So you got a bar owner, not even in her mid-30s, gets shot for while opening up her bar. Doesn't give the robber no problems, hands over the money, and he still executes it. He shoots her executioner style. You have gas station owner, multiple gas station owner, particularly in Philly, that decide to say, I am going to put armed guards at my gas stations to make my customers feel safe from my gas station getting vandalized, from people getting robbed, from drug sales right in front of my place of business. It's ridiculous that judicial system really doesn't have a plan other than to throw people in jail. Some are not savable. Let's be real. You got some cousins that's just not worth saving. They're going to be a piece of crap all their lives. And I hate to say that about people. But some people just don't get it. And some people ain't going to get it today. Either locked up, somebody put them in a grave, or they seriously get hurt. For them to understand that they're on some bull crap. There's another one I wanted to play too. Dang, what was the other one I wanted to play? Was it a home invasion I wanted to look at? It was another one I wanted to look at, y'all. I really did. Where my other phone at? It's another one I wanted to look at. It's another one. So, man, it's as a business owner, unfortunately, you have to, in the case of the Philly multiple gas station owner, he had to put some people in place to be able to grant his customers safety as they just simply go pump gas or simply go grab a bag of chips and a pop. I don't know why the world is so, especially here in the United States, why we're so dumbfounded with what's still going on. You shouldn't be dumbfounded by this stuff. I don't understand why people are so dumbfounded. And, some people say, well, that don't make us feel safe. My advice to you is, if you think a gas station with armed guards don't make you safe and you think it's too much, you living under a rock. You honestly got to be living under a rock still. I think that's the safest gas station to go to in Philly. At this point, you ask me. You just seen it done tripled. Philly, it done tripled in gas station shootings and robberies. It done tripled. To the point that you don't know if you're going to be caught up into something because you're just going to stop to go grab you some or go get you some gas. You don't know if you're going to get held up by gunpoint, somebody trying to take your car. So to me, that's the safest gas station in Philly. I don't know when this story came out, but shoot, to me, I don't see what the problem is. I don't see how you feel like that's unnecessary. If you think that's unnecessary, and you must be the fool of a fool. See, when did this story air out? I'm trying to see, when did it air out? Oh, 3 years ago in Philly. People got a false reality of the world that they live in. This is the world that we live in. There is no more communities. You didn't have this when I grew up. You didn't have people coming to your community doing the stuff that people are doing in these communities. You had a sense of respect for adults and other people. You weren't doing what these youngsters are doing today. You have, and I'm gonna show you another one. I just realized another one that I want to show. Here in Detroit, you actually had some knuckleheads, which I couldn't believe, tried to rob an officer at the gas station for his duty pistol. Let me do that one. I'm gonna show y'all this. Look at this fool.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting.
Hello,
Can you generate reports?
I can now.
Nice. So you're saying we can all...
Take a look.
Now, y'all, the crazy part is he has on his Detroit police uniform. Like, dude, this dude is clearly a cop. This is no faking. This dude is clearly a DPD officer. He works for the Detroit Police Department. Y'all, these youngsters have lost their rabid mind. This dude is literally trying to take the firearm off this officer at a gas station. He has 2 other people with him. This dude, I'm the same way, bull. Like, how you don't feel safe? How you think that's too much? In Philadelphia 3 years ago, the gas station crime has tripled. Homicides has tripled at a gas station. Man, you better start living in reality. That's why I say these people live in fantasy world. But this is the one a couple years ago. Joy Road and Southfield Freeway. If you're in Detroit, you know where this gas station is. It's right across. And the crazy part, y'all, it's right across from the firehouse. It's a firehouse, fire station right on the other side of the street. It's literally across the street from the gas station. This dude is really about to try to wrestle this cop for his firearm. Watch this, y'all. I couldn't believe this. Well, how many years ago was this? This had to be about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe longer than that. You know, let me see how long this video was. Oh, 2 years ago. I knew it was about 2-3 years ago. All right, here you go, y'all.
Look at this unbelievable video. We'll slow it down to show you just how bold these suspects are. The young man without a shirt goes for the uniformed Detroit police officer's gun on his right side. He gets it. Meanwhile, his accomplice in the Adidas pants pulls a gun, pointing it at the officer. There's a struggle. The officer wrestles his duty weapon, a 9mm, back from the suspect. The 2 run off. The officer does not shoot at them.
This is just a ridiculous crime.
Detroit Police Commander Arnold Williams says it happened Saturday evening at the BP station near the Southfield and Joy Road. There's nothing to indicate that this officer, who was off duty heading into work, was targeted specifically. Investigators say it was all about getting the gun.
There's no way I can explain the mindset of someone who would do something like that. But the one thing I can explain is if they would do that to a uniformed police officer, can you imagine what they would do to a regular citizen?
Investigators have identified both suspects. They've executed 2 search warrants at their homes and are in contact with their parents. But still, as of Monday afternoon, they're not in police custody.
If it's any family members that are sheltering them or have any information, encourage them to come in. And we want them to turn themselves in because we're coming for them. We're going to find them.
Detroit Police Rewards TV is offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. And of course, you can report those tips anonymously. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2.
You see that? It don't. It don't, hot tub. I'm gonna try to sleep if anybody want to come in. But y'all just think that, like, dude, this dude really. That's exactly what I said. They lucky they didn't get shot because he had all right to shoot them dumb bastards. He had all right to shoot them dumb bastards. I don't. Ignorance is ignorance. He lucky they did. Even if he would have, and no disrespect, but if he would have shot them in the back, oh the hell well. Anybody feel different? You feel different. But if he would have shot them in the back, oh the hell well at that point. They lucky that he didn't fire on them and hit them in the back. But if he would have, that would have been justified for me. Maybe I'm wrong for saying that. But the fact that you're going to try to wrestle somebody's gun away from them, you had it, and then you sit up there and your partner, he got a gun. You got a pistol in your hand. So I mean, what was y'all real purpose? You didn't shoot. You didn't do anything. They wanted. They got the right one. Hold on, y'all. Let's run this again.
Take a look at this unbelievable video. We'll slow it down to show you just how bold these suspects are. The young man without a shirt goes for the uniformed Detroit police officer's gun on his right side. He gets it. Meanwhile, his accomplice in the Adidas pants pulls a gun, pointing it at the officer. There's a struggle. The officer wrestles his duty weapon, a 9mm, back from the suspect. The two run off. The officer does not shoot at them.
This is just a ridiculous crime.
Detroit Police Commander Arnold Williams says it happened Saturday evening at the BP station near the Southfield and Joy Road. There's nothing to indicate that this officer, who was off duty heading into work.
My question, I'm gonna say this, and maybe I'm tripping, but let me know if I'm wrong. But when you're dealing with an officer, don't officers usually have a number 1 level holster? At least a number 1. So nobody just wants to snatch their gun off their hip. That was weird to me when I saw this, because it seemed like he reached in old dude's pocket. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. It looked like he reached in his pocket and grabbed, but he said it's his service duty weapon. If I'm not, let me know if I'm correct or I'm incorrect. But I believe if you're a police officer, normally have at least a number 1 security holster on that side, if I'm not correct. So my thing is, even with mine, I'm gonna show you. I don't think that this is a number 1. Number 1 means you gotta at least do one thing. You gotta do at least one thing to get this firearm off your hip or out your holster. And I believe he looked like he reached in the officer's pocket. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but it looked like he reached in his pocket, because he's not, if he has a level, and I got a level 2 and a level 1 here right now. Even with flipping him with a number 1, that holster is, I mean, that what's the name is not coming out that what's the name to me. Hold on, y'all. So this is a number 1. You gotta hit that in order for that to come up. That's the number 1. I think all officers at least have to have at least a number 1. But the way it looked like he reached in the old dude's pocket, the officer's pocket. He had a whole uniform on. This is a number 2. This one holds a red dot, but with this one, you gotta. How is this a number 2? Oh, you gotta press down on this. That'll bring that up. And then you got another thing you gotta push on. So this is a number 2. Oops. This is a number 1. Now you see that a little bit different, but it looked too easy for him to snatch my man's gun. That's supposed to be a police officer to me. That was way too easy. What's up, Hot Tub?
What up, Skilly?
That looked too easy for me. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Man, that police officer, I don't think he had the right type of holster, man. and all police departments don't require that.
Oh, they don't? Okay.
And it's Detroit, so they may not have had the funding to buy it.
Shit, that's why they need to. They work good.
They should, but that was way too easy. I'm gonna kind of expound on what I said in the chat, man, because I ruffle a lot of feathers when I say that. But we're not gonna ignore the fact that all this crime that you see, and it's not traditional crime of these areas. You know, and when you live in a certain area, you know what crimes to expect in certain areas. That crime don't change year over year over year over year. So when you see shit that just don't make no sense, it's out of the blue. You know, I use when Katrina hit, for example. When the New Orleans folks came to Atlanta, we started to see a lot of crimes that was not Atlanta type crimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They would run up into like a Dollar General and unalive everybody for $200. That's not our particular type of crime.
Right. What the
You
hell?
know, that's not something we'll do. So you got to start asking yourself when you see stuff like this happen in certain communities. And I'm not saying that crime don't already pre-exist in those communities, but when it's off the wall type crime, look at the names, look at the people, look at who they connected to. And it's normally not the people that's in that community.
Yeah.
And we have to be honest about that, because I know as Black folks, we don't like to say, well, we don't like to demonize other groups of people or generalize them, because that's been done to us so much. But we got to start being honest. And a lot of this ain't our crime. I'm here in Atlanta, man. We get a lot of scamming going on, high level scamming at that. When you look around and start to see the people who they're catching for the scams, it's not us.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Africans. A lot of Africans.
Some Philadelphia gas stations are adding a new feature.
This is another one I played earlier, Hot Tub. What you think about this? Because some people, because this dude, he owns a couple gas stations in the Philly area. And the crime rate as far as gas stations has tripled. And this was reported 4 years ago, I want to say. Yeah, this was 3 years ago. So I'm gonna let you hear this. Let me just say what you, because some people think that it's unnecessary. Some people think it's very necessary in Philly at this time when it's hit the airways. But let's start with
guards. It's a shocking sight, but one store owner believes it's necessary to keep customers and staff safe. Action News reporter Annie McCormick has the story tonight from North Philadelphia.
Locked and loaded. The enhanced security measures at this North Philadelphia Carco gas station has the public's attention.
The first week it was tension from the public because they have never seen anybody with an AR shotgun walking around. And it why are you here? Are we in Beirut?
It's nice and safe for me. I can get my juice, go back to my car without worrying about somebody jumping in it.
Neil Patel owns 22 gas stations in the region, 12 in Philadelphia. He hired the armed agents because he says crime targeting customers and his store and employees is rampant.
Selling the drugs openly, cops here, they don't do nothing. Oh my God, robberies, stealings, vandalize my car.
We're Pennsylvania state agents and we're not security. Basically what we do is we do security details to protect the public when the public calls upon us when the police can't be there.
We watch
All
as
right,
the
New
agents
York.
diffuse potential conflicts tonight. A 6 ABC analysis of Philadelphia police data shows firearm robberies at gas stations have more than tripled over the last few years.
We have 9 gas station shooting cases that we're representing right now.
Philadelphia-based attorney David Thiraselvam says gas stations are a soft target for shootings, robberies, and carjackings. He has 9 clients who are gunshot victims suing the gas station owners where their shootings occurred. He says by law, owners must protect customers from known dangers.
When you've got shootings and things like that going up and down the street right around you, you know or should know that that could come on your property as well.
The guards working here say since they began patrolling this gas station 3 weeks ago, they've already received inquiries from other gas stations in the region. Reporting in North Philadelphia, Annie McCormick, Channel 6, Action News.
now. You heard what the attorney said. He got 9 people he representing because they got shot at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the gas station responsibility to make sure that they're safe. Even if it's near your gas station, you still have to provide protection.
I agree with that.
I agree, but at the same time, they're not doing. Let me just. How do I want to say this? I agree. I'm gonna say that first. I do agree with that, but you're. how do I want to put this? The justice system is not what it's cracked up to be.
Well, bottom line, every neighborhood, every black neighborhood got a hood gas station in there,
Oh,
and always some crime around it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That don't happen without complicity from the owner of the gas station or the establishment, whatever the establishment is, gas station, restaurant. You can't have drugs being sold, people hanging out around your gas station without you being complicit. And business owners know what I'm about to say. As a business owner, you have a certain level of privilege that the general population does not. You could take your behind to the city council and say, hey, this is what they're doing around my establishment where I make my money at. You need to, you as the city, you as the county, need to provide me armed officers at these locations to dissuade this type of behavior. And if they're not doing that, then they're just as complicit and they deserve to be sued. Because you in our neighborhood, first and foremost. And you, a lot of times in these gas stations, they get paid to let them folks hang out and sell drugs. I know for a fact, because I grew up in neighborhoods like that. They'll break whoever working or the owner off with some money to allow them to trap out the gas station.
And that is true. I'm not saying all, but that's another part of it.
We like to throw a lot of this back on the community. Oh, it's a crime community. This is a failure in the community, and these people don't know how to act. Well, we negate the fact that the ownership is facilitating a lot of the crime. With I go back to the skimmers. The skimmers that they putting on the gas tanks and inside the stores, on the ATM machine. That's the people that work in there doing that. That's not no. You can't tell me somebody that takes time to put those on. You can't tell me somebody pulled up, had enough time to put a skimmer on there without anybody seeing it. Mind you,
exactly.
Set it up properly, glue it on there the way, and make sure it don't move or is noticeable without the people that work there being complicit.
Not noticed. Yeah, that's true.
So we got to stop. Oh, this is a failure of the community. Start looking at them establishment themselves. I'm glad the people are suing them because
we just had my homeboy live that I work with. They just shut down the gas station. They had Detroit police out there because now they got the here in Detroit. They got it where a business can pay for a camera to be on their business, and it's what the hell do they green light Detroit. And so they're obligated to look and monitor that particular gas station because they're actually paying for that service. And so a couple of weeks ago, well, not even, it's been a couple months now, they raided this particular gas station, kind of shut it down. It ain't been open since. And so, yeah, we here in Michigan, they're doing, well, here in Detroit really is where you get a lot of this stuff going on. They have kind of cracked down over there in that particular neighborhood. And that gas station is no longer running anymore. And they have like cameras on different poles and within that neighborhood to kind of crack that particular. I forgot what they call it. They call it some project or something like that. But they really shut the drug activity down in that neighborhood.
Normally they put every county got their every city got their ordinances. And you can hit those gas stations with nuisance ordinances who force them to clean them up.
Yeah.
I got one. I stay in a nice neighborhood, bro. I ain't even gonna bullshit. And you go right outside my neighborhood, go to the right. It's 2 hood gas stations back to back. Because we in a nice neighborhood, but in Georgia, you have a nice neighborhood right next to the hood. That's not uncommon out here. But the gas station need to be shut. They should have shut them gas stations down years ago. Ain't nothing but trash and people hanging out up there all times of the day and night.
Yeah, that's the same thing. And if anybody's seen 8 Mile, that it's right off 8 Mile, maybe a block away from 8 Mile, going downtown. And you got prostitutes that hang out through, between, I want to say Woodward. No, this is Woodward and 6 miles. So if you're familiar with Woodward runs and right across, 7, 8, 9 as you continue to go on. But Woodward is known for prostitution and drugs. That's just that area been like that since I moved to Detroit with my father and his third wife. But yeah, that they put an ordinance down on that particular neighborhood because it was getting terrible.
We attempted to just clean up the one up the street from me. We done been to the city council. The whole neighborhood signed petitions 2 times. And it's about 100 houses in this neighborhood, a little over 100. We done dropped it. We done been to city council meeting and dropped it out. The police increased patrol up there, which dissuaded a lot of the hanging out. Now we're going after them for cleaning up the property itself, because now you just had another neighborhood with $500,000 homes put right next to it. So now you got these 2 nice neighborhoods and these hood gas stations that bringing down our property value.
Oh, yeah. You get them up out of there.
And they should be gone. Everything in there you sell is stale.
Oh yeah, they bull crapping. Yeah. They bull crapping.
They trapping up there. We know what they do.
You know what they doing.
But it's not, the cities are not taking care of that. So now come November, they're our own, because we got aldermen out here. He's gone. He know he gone. Because you haven't addressed this.
Yeah.
Now he'll probably try to do something, a stopgap measure before the election that'll dissuade him to have people think, oh, he done cleaned it up.
He did something, yeah.
And then right after the election, they go right back to how it was.
Back to what it was, yeah.
So this is bigger than crime is allowed to happen in the Black community, bro.
I agree.
It's not random, because you don't see this level of crime in nobody else's community, because it does start in their community. They go to the city and the city cleans it up.
Yeah, that's what they just, like I said, what they just had with my homeboy living in that neighborhood. He been there all his life. And yeah, they just started maybe last summer in 2025. When I say it was, at one point, it was cops over there damn near every day. So they finally shut that gas station down.
Mm-hmm. Even in my neighborhood, we started to notice gang graffiti on the stop sign, gang graffiti on the concrete walkway. And first thing we did, we started patrolling at the men of the community. We got together and said, nah, we ain't finna have this. Let's find out who's doing this. We found out who's doing it. We gave the police the opportunity to stop it. Say, this who doing it. We got them on camera. We dropped the ring cameras where they were doing it. It's on you. If you don't stop them, we will. And you don't want to know how we finna stop. Just know it ain't gonna go on. And when we did that and engaged the police department, engaged the city, and told them, hey, we're giving you an opportunity to stop it. We're not asking you. We're demanding.
Yeah.
And if you don't stop it, we're gonna stop it however we stop it. Guess what they did?
They stopped it, didn't they?
They stopped it. But unfortunately, in the inner cities, a lot of that, the communities themselves do that. They show up to the city council committee, and they still don't do anything about it. They ignore their constituents. Now, I blame them for not getting out those politics. If you don't went to the politicians and they said they basically told you they ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Oh yeah, you got to get them up out of there.
Them up out of there. That's on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you haven't done that, as long as you're doing that and you're demanding that, you doing your part. So I don't blame the community on that. That's allowed to happen.
Yeah, and now you can go to your local stations and say your piece.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom of speech, long as you're not threatening nobody, you just but you have places to where you can go, like here, Fox 2 or Fox 4, they do a special where they'll talk to people and get your story out. So it ain't like you have a lot of ways to get it out and make these politicians either get right or get out. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we got to start doing across the board. Some neighborhoods is gonna be harder than others. You know, we got a couple of them out here. They've been dope spots since the 60s. But that's that neighborhood. The people in there, they've grown accustomed to it. Ever put it like this: if you staying over there at this point, you in the game.
Yeah, you some way connected. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't just staying over there. Most people, if it's been hot since the 60s, you done moved by now.
Right. You found some way to get up out of there.
Yeah, you ain't finna stay there. Most people ain't finna stay there. If I notice that this area is going down, I ain't getting no act right from my local politicians. The police ain't taking my complaint serious. I'm not finna stay there.
I gotta go. Yeah, right.
I gotta go. Try as I might, love much as I may love that community, love where I'm at, I gotta think of the safety of my family.
Absolutely.
That's what you see. You up there in Detroit. That's what happening in Detroit a lot of times. That's why y'all got so many abandoned neighborhoods up there.
Man, it's crazy how many abandoned. You talking about abandoned houses too? Man, it's ridiculous.
So
that was my goal with my children. A lot of people, like I tell my children to this day, me and your mother makes hell of a sacrifice for y'all to live the life that y'all living. You know, you're in a good neighborhood. I mean, they both are 3.0 students. My son is in a band. He plays baseball. My daughter's doing cheering. She's doing volleyball. I mean, y'all pretty much got access to whatever y'all want and need. And so, you know, and I tell my children, y'all done been to Florida. Y'all done been to Florida about 6 times. They about to go to Puerto Rico this year. So I said, y'all are very privileged to me and your mother working very, very hard to and I don't like the Detroit school system. The Detroit school system is very, very packed, and there's really no control. Teachers really don't have no control.
Twofold. That's a twofold problem right there. Number one, your school districts get paid per the heads of the children. So they pack as many children that they possibly can into certain school districts so they can get that extra money.
Yeah.
Number two, if your school is overpacked, that means your city needs to build more schools. So there should be a concerted effort by the people in that community to push. Hey man, we sitting here. These classrooms got 30 kids in there for one teacher, which is way over the national average of what per teacher supposed to be teaching. Y'all need to build another school. And if they don't want to build another school, hell, make that a referendum on their candidacy right there. We demanded a school. Y'all didn't want to build a school. We need more teachers. Y'all didn't want to provide more teachers. Guess what? We're gonna find somebody that will provide what we're demanding.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of our problems is because the community poverty. It's poverty.
Oh yeah,
we don't have the money to make the politicians acquiesce to what we want. Politicians move by money, basically.
Money. Oh, absolutely. It's definitely always been a money game when it comes to politics.
But as a community, y'all can put up money together. $100 per person. Hey man, we need this done.
That old bull crap.
If we agree to it, look, we got $25,000 for you right now. But you got to clean this up. We'll put it on your re-election campaign. But if you don't, we'll put the same $25,000 onto your opponents.
Yeah.
And tell the opponent, hey man, we got $25K for you, $30K, $50K for you. You want this money, right? Yeah, they're gonna say they want it. Yeah, I need that. This is what we need to do. He ain't cleaning this up. We need you to make this a cornerstone of your campaign. And first thing, this is the day one issue. Day one, when you come into office, you need to handle
address this.
Don't handle this, we're gonna get you out too.
Yep.
And you say, well, you done put them in there, you can't get them out. No, you can do a recall campaign. All you need is enough signatures to do a recall campaign on them. I'm very, very, very much an advocate of your local politics, not your national ones.
Yeah, your biggest one is gonna be your local. Yeah. You start from where you at and then work your way up.
Because it don't take a lot of money to buy local politicians, man. Most of your mayoral elections is decided by $10,000, $20,000 outside of your major city. So that's where your dollars stretch the most, your influence can stretch the most in those campaigns. And don't tie yourself to a certain party. Tie yourself to whoever is going to do your bidding.
Yeah, and I had to learn that a couple of years ago because I was, you know, how you grow up and your grandparents and your parents tell you who to vote for, and I had to really wake up a couple of years ago and be like, well, what Democrat? Why am I just voting Democrat?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was instilled to me as I was a kid, but once I got older and started really looking at politics, it's not. I'm not attaching my vote to a particular party. And so you have to kind of deprogram your brain and look at who locally, federally, and state who's going to be there, and then not necessarily the president, because the president gonna do it. The president is not, and a lot of people don't understand this. The president has so much power, and he also has the Congress has more power than him in a way, because a lot of stuff got to go through the Supreme Court, got to go through Congress in order for it to pass. So I'm real big on who you have locally. Get them straight. Get them in there who you want to get in there. Do some research on them before you just go vote for somebody. See what, because a lot of these people that's going for these, you know, governor, mayor, they done had some type of history in politics.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just jumping into being a mayor, because now Detroit actually has this is the first, I forget her name, but she was at the Pistons games yesterday. She's the first woman to get voted in as the mayor of Detroit. She's been in politics all her life. And so you can actually research these people before you actually vote for them, because they're more than likely 90% of the time they've been in politics either all their life or they've been in politics majority of their life.
Mm-hmm.
They have some type of track record before they get to your mayor, your governor, you know, them big offices like that. They've been part of city council. They've been a part of the education board. They've been somewhere in politics before they get to your mayor and your governor.
Well, that's where you enact your change at. If you want to change the direction of your community, you either, and if either one of them candidates ain't talking how you want them to talk, guess what? Find you somebody in your community. If it's not you, find you somebody in your community that fairly clean record. They ain't got a lot of dirt but in their background, and run them. Put some money behind them and help them run for it as a third party. They ain't got to run Democrat or Republican.
No, they don't.
You know, here in Georgia, I voted for Democrats. I voted for Republicans. I voted my last election. I voted for governor for Kemp. He laxed the gun laws. He did a lot of good. He kept Georgia afloat during the pandemic. So he been an overall good governor. I ain't got a lot bad to say about him. A lot of black people felt like I do. Now here he's finished his last term. We got another Republican coming up that he doesn't have much of a track record. He's been like a lieutenant governor.
Okay.
And he's been in lockstep with the current governor's policies, which was, you know, some good, some bad. We got the Democratic candidate come in, and then the first thing she said is, "I want to get rid of guns."
Oh, well, no.
That's a starter for me.
You ain't even got a chance to even get my vote, baby girl.
Right. And when every study across the board has said the crime rate has dropped, not just in Atlanta, but in the state since that policy has been enacted, because everybody got guns now.
Yeah. Ain't there in Atlanta? I heard in Atlanta, one neighborhood, the one governor made it mandatory that every homeowner had to have a gun in there, a pistol in their home.
That's up in shit. If you hadn't said, I could have told you right off the bat. It's up in North Georgia, right? It's a college up there, but yes, that's where we would Kennesaw. That's what it is. Kennesaw.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mandatory in Kennesaw for you to have a gun.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, okay, that's cool. You see, as long as you have to take the courses and everything, but yeah, you have to, in order to own a home up there, you have to be a gun owner.
Courses up there. This is Georgia. You don't take no gun courses.
Oh, I mean, I even said
go and get you one and take a background check.
Well, you know what? Here in Michigan, they just passed it where you have to have your CPL. You know, back in the, you know, back when I first started, you can get your you can get your purchase permit. They just now here in Michigan passed it where you got to have your CPL.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that, and I like the way it is down here now. So right now, they ain't no Democratic candidate getting my vote. If that's the cornerstone of what you want to push as your policy, oh no, I'm good.
Right, everybody come up here and mess us up.
I'm good, because that only hurts law-abiding gun owners.
That exactly.
Criminals don't have them. They don't care.
They don't care. That's the crazy part. Like, y'all really think y'all doing something? Y'all not doing anything.
Gun laws are not for them. They're for us. There's a level of discontent in society right now, and it's incumbent upon politicians to unarm the civilianry before that discontent turns into revolution. That's why they want to crack down on the gun laws. That's what that boiled down to.
But like I said, state, federal, and your local level, they have over 20,000 gun laws, and that's probably ain't even an updated number. Over 20. Ain't no way in hell anybody in their lifetime gonna be able to comply. I mean, not comply, but be able to keep up with the gun laws that they put out every year. It's crazy.
And to his credit, y'all may not like. I ain't gonna speak for everybody. People may not like Trump, but I agree with his Second Amendment stance. He ain't done nothing wrong as far as I see. Right. He's done quite a bit that I really don't disagree with. You know, so you got to find your middle ground for you. But if you are in a crime-ridden community, the problem and the solution lies right there in that city council.
Okay, I see it. Arizona is a pretty good. Okay, I see you, bullshitter. I love it in Arizona. We don't permission to buy. Okay.
Exactly, Mr. Bullshitter. Yeah, and Walt E. Yeah, he did work. He did improve the budget too. You're right. But yeah, man, that's where your issues lies right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's crime is, for the most part, crime ain't random. Crime is
hell no.
Orchestrated, bro.
Hell no. Hell to the no. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with that.
You know, we got flooded. And I'm gonna say it, man. I'm gonna piss some folks off, but you know I don't care, and I'm gonna keep it respectful because I am on your platform. But we got flooded over the last 4 years with a bunch of people who ain't from here, who don't care nothing about no laws, who don't know the layout of the neighborhoods they've been dropped in, and they're just doing whatever.
Yep.
And I don't care what no Democrat says. You can't drop a foreign population on top of an existing population and not expect any types of conflicts to occur.
Yep.
These are not just hard working people. They just come here for a better life to work hard. If they was such hard workers, their homelands wouldn't be in the shape that they're in.
Yep. If they want to work hard.
We got flooded by a bunch of military-age men without families. That's the bulk of what came in here. And then the women just had the babies so you can't deport them. That's not the hallmarks of a hard working person. If they want to work hard, if they want to do some American dream, you got to fight for it like everybody else did.
That's true.
I think mandatory military service for you. Okay, you want to come in here? I need 6 years in the military for you. And we pick your job. You don't get to pick your job. You go on the front line, partner. Whatever war we signed up for, that's what you signed up for when you came over here, said you want this better life, quote unquote. So you out there on front line, you come back, you survive all that. Guess what? You deserve your citizenship at that point. I give it to you. That's just my take on it.
Right.
But I need my pound of flesh from you. I need you to shed some blood, like my people had to shed blood in every single conflict this country has been in since the Civil War, since the Revolutionary War. Damn, a Civil War.
Yep, we was put on the front line.
Hell, the first person to shed a drop of blood for this country was a black man. That's Crispus Attucks. So till you get the same level of love, dedication for this country as my people have over the past 400 years, bro, you don't have the right to say nothing.
That's true. I agree.
You want rights, you want everything your way. You got a whole country you can go back to.
Exactly. Sure, we working hard every day just to stay above water.
Ain't nobody giving us nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all get papered up all kind of
all
ways.
time and stuff. Food stamps, cash assistance, like
they giving y'all money, and y'all still in some communities. I'm gonna preference that they still scamming and stealing.
Man, crazy.
But these are the people that have been dropped in your neighborhood, and you wonder why you got these weird crimes going on in your community. Because overall, the black crime rate has dropped over the last 60 years. Every year, our crime rate drops. There has not been a single year where our crime rate has risen in the past 40. We had a spike in the 80s, at late 80s, early 90s. But since then, it's trended down year over year over year. And we pretty much, we're the only community that can lay that claim out for that length of time. So when you see a spike in your community that happens, look at who was brought into the community. There's your problem right there. And they may not be foreigners. They may be a group of people that moved from another state that's still your problem. Oh shit, am I going now? Skilly, you still with me?
Yeah, my daughter was calling me. I had to deal with this poster board with her.
Oh, bro, you was still in the motherfucker, man. I thought I thought my live dropped.
No, this I had to send this money to my daughter for this project she got going on. She at Walmart. I had to get this board for her. You know how it is, kids and projects.
Yeah, man.
I got 2 more years for one, and the other one is right out behind him.
Man, I wish I was in your situation, because I still got 10 more years with my young. Yeah, 8 more years.
All right. So where did I take that money out? Yeah, my son 2 more year B. He got 2 more years of high school. My daughter, shoot, matter of fact, they 3 years behind each other. So when let's see. So I'm assuming they'll be in high school together for 1 year, I believe. And then he'll be off to college the following year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Kids. Does she want me to cash out this, or does she want me to... let me call my daughter back. Ask her mama, does she want me to cash out this money? I could just send it to her, but... well, give me 1 second. Let me call her back.
While Skilly handling that, even anybody want to come up on the live to speak on this, or if you got any comments or you got any issue with something I said, hey man, feel free to drop it in the chat. I don't claim to know everything. It's just my opinions.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. All right, let me sell this 1 minute. Let me do this, and then I'm about to get ready to put these.
Appreciate that, Mr. Bullshit.
I'm about to put this pin and stuff on my Glock 48. I'm doing the gold with the, hold on. I'm doing the gold. So we're gonna change some stuff on the Glock 48 once I get off.
That's what's up. Who you got going? Who you going for in the Super Bowl today?
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks because I like their defense.
I got to go in Seattle too. I got my partner. He's a diehard New England fan. I do not want to hear his mouth. I thought cash money's trash on them early.
Oh man, yeah. I think it's gonna be a good Super Bowl though. I ain't gonna count Mayo out. He been doing this thing all year.
I ain't looking forward to that goddamn halftime show because who the fuck is Bad Bunny?
Oh, you talking about Bad Bunny? He from Puerto Rico or something like that, ain't
he? Yeah, but I mean, most of his songs is in Spanish, bro. I don't speak Spanish.
Maybe they couldn't find nobody. I don't know. That's what I
Nah.
said. Normally they have more than one person.
They could have done a medley of people. I'm not saying don't add him to if you want to cater to the Hispanic community. Cool, that's fine. But a whole halftime show in Spanish.
Who done a whole halftime show other than him?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Michael
Did
Jackson.
Beyonce do one by herself?
Beyonce did one by herself. Several people.
Okay. Did Usher do one by herself? Or did
he was part of one.
Okay.
There is a lot of more talented artists that I could have named, or that
could did one. Yeah, could did one by a whole halftime show by themselves.
As I say, this is pandering right here. You know, but hey, NFL, that's the NFL's money. If that's what you want to do with it, that's the agenda that you want to push. Okay, but I don't think you're on the right side of history on this one.
Man, I was looking it up, man. Yeah, I think I do a lot of people that pay for the Super Bowl too. Cause you talking about $4,000 and up for it. You know, you probably in the bleed. You in the nosebleed section for $4,000.
Man, they had a report that came out, a news report, and they were talking about how the Super Bowl has become unaffordable for the average person, and how just even 10 years ago, the average seat for a Super Bowl ticket was like $60. Now you're looking at, upwards of $500 to $600 for a nosebleed seat.
That's crazy.
Decent seat gonna cost you about $1,800 to $2,000. That's ridiculous.
Down there by the gold line, depends on what gold line you at. You looking at about $6,000 to $7,000.
More than that. They talking about that. You want to sit down, you talking about a $20,000 seat there.
Golly, that's crazy. Ooh. That's a lot, man. Woo-wee. Yeah, they made the Super Bowl is for them rich folks. They can go and see. That's who them
Super Bowl
folks.
is one big. All it is one big advertisement.
That's it.
That's all it is. This is the highest level of propaganda that you can think of is the Super Bowl, because it's gonna distract you. Whatever you got going on as a politician, the Super Bowl gonna distract from it at least for 2 days.
Yeah. I don't like neither one of them neither, but I gotta go for one, Mr. Bullshit. My Steelers ain't in it. We in a turmoil right now. We don't know. We got Mike McCartney as our head coach.
Hey man, I'm mad at my Falcons because you had Mike Tomlin that just left the Steelers. That should have been an easy pickup for us. Mike. Oh yeah, come on down to Atlanta, bro. You'll feel right at home down here.
Man.
Y'all went and got the motherfucker that tanked the Cleveland Browns.
Wow, that's what I said. And then you find a coach that had a way better record than him. Like, how you hire somebody got a worse record than the one that you hired that was one before him? That makes sense.
You looked at Stefanski and said, "That's my guy." Arthur Blank, you got to be the stupidest owner next to Jerry Jones.
Oh,
the debacle that went on this season, y'all. They had 5 quarterbacks.
Man,
5.
Ain't man. And the one he didn't want end up being the one that actually did
The
so.
best one, yes. That's what you want here. Okay, well, I guess we gonna suck for another 3 years till you get tired of him and have to pay out the rest of his contract.
Oh my God, bro! I was like, why did Mike McCartney out of all man? I'm just like, I'd rather for y'all hire the black coach from Atlanta than to hire McCartney.
Look, Raheem Morris didn't have much. They didn't give him enough time. Number one,
they never give black coaches enough time. That's obvious. They give a black coach 1 to 2 years with a garbage roster and expect him to work miracles.
They picked up the GM picked up what the goddamn boy name? I was starting quarterback that nobody wanted, the accident prone one. He injury prone in the month. Huh?
Pitts?
No, not Pitts.
Oh, is that are y'all releasing I seen this in the on the feed. Is y'all releasing Kirk Cousins?
That's who I'm talking about, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, he's pretty much out of here.
I'd rather have him over at Pittsburgh until we can figure out what the hell we gonna do at least he'll give us some quality wins.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Kirk Cousins is Mr. October for a reason because he gonna play good for 1 month out the year.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know. We ain't got too much of a quarterback room anyway. So
we paid Kirk Cousins $100 million. Our GM paid Kirk Cousins $100 million. That's not even who Raheem wanted as the head as starting quarterback. That's why he drafted Michael Penix. He knew Kirk Cousins was gonna get hurt.
Yeah, he is. He definitely been hurt. He stayed hurt. But you know what? With him, he definitely been getting that bag. I'll tell them, that nigga, he been getting that bag.
I mean, he got to have the best agent in the NFL.
He got to.
God damn it, boy, you ain't been shit your whole career.
Hey, but he been getting that bag though. I said, that white boy been getting that bag. I don't care what nobody say.
They gonna give it to him now. I ain't mad. I ain't even mad at him for getting it.
Oh man.
But boy, they will pay us up. Ooh, let me shut up. I have to go somewhere. I'm not gonna go.
Hey, what you think Eli Manning gonna be? Everybody talking about him when he get out of college.
Who you talking about? Arch Manning?
Arch Manning, yeah.
Arch Manning is garbage. I told people when he came out of high school, I said, Arch Manning ain't who you think he is.
Yes. He just got that name. He just got
That's
that name.
He got the most NIL money any player in college football. They gave him a ton of money, set him on the bench because the head coach knew from watching him, oh, he ain't ready.
Right.
Set him on the bench, let him develop 2 years, and when we get to see him, he still ain't shit. Arch Manning is trash. I will say one thing about Arch Manning. Arch Manning do play like a Manning. He play like his granddaddy, Archie Manning. Because he was trash too down in New Orleans. Ain't been but one good Manning, Peyton.
Yep.
Eli got over because he was on a good program.
I about to say he was a good system quarterback. He wasn't a natural. Yeah, he was a good system quarterback for sure.
And even with Peyton was on the good as long as he had a good defense.
Defense, yeah.
Because soon as first time he got hit, his career was never the same after that. And I told people that when he was in Tennessee, I said he on the good because he ain't getting hit.
That's it. Some people can't get hit.
It's easy to develop to be a great quarterback when you got a even better offensive line.
Yep, that's gonna protect you. I don't know, man. I'm interested in what we gonna do as Pittsburgh Steelers because it seemed like we going ever since, and I don't know why they held on to Roethlisberger so long. That was our downfall. Tomlin just wouldn't let that man go. Like, dude, his last 3 years, he should have been gone out of there anyway.
And that was his guy. That might not have been Mike Tomlin's decision, bro.
Yeah, well, whoever made that decision, as Mr. Bullshit, as his name say, that was bullshit.
That was probably your GM. That's another thing. Let's get on my soapbox about Atlanta real quick.
Go ahead. I'm on mine about Pittsburgh, so go ahead.
Damn it, boy. How the hell you bring Matt Ryan back as president of football operations? Like
he the what?
Yeah, they
That
brought
was
him
the
back.
head coach, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was the head coach, Matt Ryan, right?
No, Matt Ryan was the quarterback. He did take us to a Super Bowl and lost badly.
Oh yeah, he was the quarterback. You right.
But he is not. Hey man, it's a certain culture down there in Atlanta. And it's not being reflected in the decisions that Arthur Blank has made in the positions that he feels thus far. I understand Matt Ryan is your son-in-law. I get it. You got to take care of him because he's out of football right now. But he is not a proper representation of the city. He's not a galvanizing force to say I can get the city behind this team.
Man.
It's a ton of. You could have brought Mike Vick back for that, and the city would have galvanized.
Right.
But instead, you came with Matt Ryan. This is a lot of bad decisions being made in Atlanta, and I think our owner it's time you go and sell the team, bro.
He need to be like Jerry Jones, get rid of it, huh?
He ain't gonna get rid of it, bro. He got too much tied in that stadium, and then he got the soccer team. He got the.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. That soccer team bring money, bro. And he got financial stakes in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And he got that thing booked with the Olympics coming, with the Super Bowl coming. That's the money maker right there.
Yeah.
That's why he ain't getting rid of the Falcons, because that's his justification for keeping the stadium and not the city taking it over.
Got you.
So I mean, it is what it is, but it's been a lot of bad decisions made in the NFL within the last 2 years. Not just in my team, not just in your team, but it's across the board, bro.
Man. And I heard, man, we bet not get what's name. I'm gonna blow a lid. We get this. I swear to God, we get Murray. I'm going to flip my wig. We do not need Murray. I'm sorry, he is not the answer for the quarterback room of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't bring his little. He can't even see over the offensive line, let alone throw a ball. He do not need to come to Pittsburgh. Leave him in Arizona where he belongs. Don't bring him.
They gonna probably bring him out there, man.
He can't see over the damn offensive line. No, keep him in. No.
But I'm still tripping on this skillet with all the open head coach positions in the NFL. Nobody went and said get Mike Tomlin.
That was you know who I want though, and he kind of got fired after they lost, which I didn't think it was his fault anyways. The Bills coach.
Yeah, he shouldn't have lied. He did. I put him in the same situation as Mike Tomlin. They ain't had a losing season since he been head coach, if I'm not mistaken.
He going there. Bullshit, y'all keep y'all quarterback. We don't want that bum. Man, dude, we made another terrible decision in the quarterback room. Murray, oh my God.
Mr. Bullshit, they're going to have a Super Bowl in Atlanta, I think 2028, if I ain't mistaken. It's either 27 or 28.
Here we go with the Bills. Denise, nobody done. There you go. I told you about getting my check. Talking about some bills now.
Who that, Denise?
Yeah, here she go with that Bills crap again.
Hey, Denise.
I want to see that's who we should have got though. Who? I ain't gonna lie to you. The Bills coach. I would rather have him than freaking Mike Tomlin.
That's what I'm saying, man. They can't. You say you would have rather had the Bills coach than Mike Tomlin?
I mean, the Bills coach than whoever the hell we got now.
McCarthy.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I'm finna say Mike Tomlin, bro. Do y'all realize how historic Mike Tomlin run is? He never.
I meant to say I loved him as a coach. I had no problem.
Never had a losing season.
Yeah,
as a head coach.
I knew his time was running out anyway. I know he was either going to get, especially after this year or either next year. I kind of figured his window they was about ready to, you know what I'm saying, move on from him anyway.
Did he make the playoffs though?
We did. We lost the first round to The Texas beat us. The
Well,
Houston Texans beat us first round.
I can see that because y'all got a pedigree of y'all still got the most Super Bowls of any team, so y'all got a pedigree of winning. Y'all anything less than the Super Bowl in Pittsburgh, yeah, you gonna be up out of there. I get that.
Yeah,
but here
I
in
like them
Atlanta,
because they don't just automatically just fire a coach. They're out of their whole franchise, there only been 3 coaches that coached the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they are very patient in giving you a chance to really keep your job. I mean, they one of the few that had their whole franchise. I think we are probably the one franchise that had the less coaches.
he would have done one today because our expectation is low. If you take Atlanta to the Super Bowl every year, bro, the city will love you for life. we have such little to look forward to, bro. We done blew 2 Super Bowls, man. Now I'm so ready to. Hey, man, I'm taking auditions for a new team right now. Present me your argument for why I should be jump on the bandwagon in your team, and I'm almost on board with you. This here what we got going on, bro. The whole city is in the uproar right now, bro. People is like, what the fuck is you doing? I see motherfuckers online burning Falcons jerseys and everything.
Going crazy.
Kevin motherfuckers Stefanski. I don't want shit that ever came out of Cleveland. No player, coach, head coach, GM. I don't want a tower boy that came out of something wrong with that franchise, bro. I believe they money laundering up there in the Cleveland Browns office, bro. Because you can't be running the football team.
Okay, yeah, we the one with the less. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers have historically had the fewest head coaches in NFL, employing only 3 over the last 56 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's a pedigree right there, but that's something you can pop your collar to.
Yep. So yeah, we definitely let the coaches cook. I will give them that solid foundation, but I don't like. I hate this 4th coach. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't understand how I would have rather got the Atlanta Falcons coach than this. Oh,
you would have had a good one because Raheem is a great. He had done wonders to the defense, bro. We had the best. As bad as we played, we had the best defense in the NFL.
I think if he had he had a good offense. I think if he would have had the right quarterback. Now, if what's name didn't get hurt, Pittman, he got hurt too a lot.
Penix I wasn't in love with that choice, but he took the best quarterback that he could out of that draft.
Out of that class, yeah. And so I think if he would have had a solid quarterback, I think he would have been. I think Atlanta would have been in the mix for sure.
What I would have done instead of getting a Kirk Cousins, I would have drafted and put, and I'm gonna say a name that y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I'd have went and got Cam Newton to play behind him to help him develop. That's what I would have done.
They similar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I still would have got Penix, but I would have drafted because Cam Newton told y'all he'll take a year. He just like playing, so he'll take a year. 1 year a contract, and he'll take less money. He just like playing that much. Let him develop behind Cam Newton. Let Cam Newton teach him how to quarterback. Because Cam Newton, regardless of what y'all say about Cam Newton is phenomenal.
Yes, he is. I love
the only level that Cam Newton did not win on was the NFL. He did, and he went to the Super Bowl. He won a national championship. I think he won a state championship too, if I'm not mistaken. Cam Newton is an athlete, and he could have developed Mike Penix to be a very good quarterback, if not a great quarterback.
And to me, Cam was a beast in the NFL. He just didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, he didn't win a Super Bowl, but to me, strong, had an arm on him and can run.
Mm-hmm. A lot of that was coaching down there in Carolina, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that was coaching. The years he had a good squad on him, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's definitely. I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's something they should have did. Yeah, that's instead of getting Cousins, because like you say, Cousins, he been making all this money, but he's not the one that's gonna get you to a Super Bowl. That's for sure.
Kirk Cousins has never been an elite quarterback, but they said that's what the that's what the going rate on the market was for a quarterback. At that point in time, before I tied myself down to $100 million quarterback, just because the market dictates he's worth that because he's at this stage in his career, I would have drafted.
Right.
I'd be damned if I'm finna pay a subpar motherfucker because the market say this is what subpar motherfuckers is worth.
Man,
I'm not finna do that, bro. But I'm not sitting in that front office. I don't have no decision making position, power, and Arthur Blank seems to be dead set on tanking this team.
My thing, that's what I would have did this offseason draft. I would have definitely, and I don't understand why Tomlin didn't do this. I would have got Sanders. I would have got me a veteran quarterback to play in front of him this year. If it would have been a losing season, I'd have been okay with it. I'll tell everybody this. Rodgers wasn't. Bunt what everybody say. I love Rodgers when he was with Green Bay, but Rodgers has not been Rodgers since he left Green Bay.
No, absolutely.
We ain't getting no farther than what I'm glad we even got into the first round because I didn't think we would get to the first round. I thought we was gonna get that last game. I thought we was gonna get beat out. Still have a winning record, but I thought we was gonna get beat out.
If y'all would have gotten, I thought y'all was gonna get Shador, but if y'all would have got Shador to play behind Aaron Rodgers.
No, I wouldn't even picked up Aaron Rodgers. And that's the thing with Aaron Rodgers. He's so cocky. How are you cocky and you're not even that good? That was, and then we waiting on him to give us a decision.
The reason I say that because Aaron Rodgers is cocky. Aaron Rodgers is good when he knows his job is on the line. He'll play just good enough to keep his position. That's all y'all needed. I need you to play just good enough to keep this position. And when the first inkling that you start to messing up, I'm putting you in. I'm gonna let you know that you're not here for a long time, bro. So either you win now or you don't win at all. But guess what? I'm gonna get the best out of you for this year that I have.
Yeah, I'm about to say because he only signed a 1-year deal, so it ain't like he was guaranteed to come back this year coming up. So it was almost like a trial and error thing with him this season.
That's what it was. He was trying to see if he could sneak onto a good team and win him another Super Bowl, and they were trying to see if he was just good enough to take us to a Super Bowl. So both of y'all.
And you know what? I knew after the first 5 games it was gonna be real tight for us to get in. I knew Tomlin was gonna be able to keep that winning record going. I knew that. But I also knew after the dinking and dunking, he wasn't throwing the ball down the field like he used to. I said, yeah, we definitely we're gonna have we're gonna have a great defensive year, but that offense is gonna be off and on. And sure in the hell it was off and on throughout the whole season.
Y'all always have a good defense, though. I like the Steelers. If I wasn't from Atlanta and the diehard, everything I do is Atlanta, I can see myself a Steelers fan. But I can't get past the fact that I got this red clay on me that I can't go against it. But goddamn it, hey man, y'all stand a better chance than a lot of teams, a lot of franchises to get back to y'all winning status.
Not with my oh my
We'll
God.
see. We'll see, because somebody seen enough. Your GM saw enough in him that was the decision that he wanted to be made right then.
My God, no. I'm gonna have another frustrating year. I know it.
But ask yourself this: where are the good head coaches at? I'm looking around the league and I don't see none. None.
It really isn't. The only reason I said the Bills, but see, we got to get a quarterback in the room. That's our biggest problem now. Since Roethlisberger left, our main and I know not to Tomlin, but Tomlin cannot develop quarterbacks. And nothing against him. He's a great mind when it comes to managing that team, keeping that team focused on the goals at hand during the season.
What was Mike Tomlin before he became a head coach?
He was what?
What was Mike Tomlin before he became a head coach?
Defensive coach, wasn't
he? Exactly. That's why he's not good at y'all always had a great offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
When you're a defensive minded coach, you have to have a great offensive coordinator to manage that offense. You cannot do that because you don't see the same thing that somebody whose sole focus is offense sees.
Yeah, but first thing we gotta do, even though McCartney is there, I hope he do what he needs to do and kind of keep that standard going. We definitely gotta find us a quarterback, whether that's through the draft. Take a chance in drafting a quarterback and getting a veteran in here that's not too washed up to kind of, I don't know. That quarterback room for me this year coming up is going to be a hell of a, I don't know. I just got to see. I'm definitely going to watch the draft and see what they do as far as the draft is concerned.
This should be a better year in the draft for quarterbacks right here. Everybody say that across the board. They were saying that last year that everybody who was looking for a quarterback should have just held out a year and drafted next year.
And I think that's probably what he was doing anyway, waiting for this year. I think Tomlin would have probably picked the quarterback this year.
Yeah, that would make sense as to why he only signed Aaron Rodgers for a year contract.
Yeah, I could see him if he stayed, he would have got a quarterback this year.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Much better class coming out, but the league is in shambles right now. You ask me, bro. It's a lot of uncertainty across the board with a lot of teams that historically have been good.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a lot of teams that failed this year. I'm like, wow. They normally don't fail like they do. Patriots.
I'm finna piss off Denise. Josh Allen is not that dude for Buffalo.
Hey,
y'all hung y'all hopes on Josh.
I think his window is closed. I'm sorry
for him, bro. You done had
this was his best year to make it to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
This was his best year. Mahomes, they probably got another year to 2 years. I don't think they're gonna do nothing this year coming up. They in the rebuilding stage. Yeah, I think, and then the Ravens kind of fell off. So I think this was really, really the Bills' year to grab that Super Bowl.
Jalen Hurts is still in contention, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all realize Jalen Hurts done won a championship in college and in the NFL. He's one of only 4 starting quarterbacks to do that in history.
I like him, but the only thing I like about Hurts is he's not a good. If it's up to him to make a decision, he's not one of the best quarterbacks to make that decision in that instance. Now, if you got a game plan for Hurts and you got a running game behind him that they won that Super Bowl, a solid running game with a play action, he's your quarterback. But as you've seen this year, with no running game and no play action going on, he was horrible this year.
Well, you can't, bro. To be honest, no quarterback can get it done without a run game, bro.
That's true.
If you on the team, y'all putting it in the air every down, bro. Y'all predictable.
That's true. But they offense was bland this year. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's time to revamp that offensive line. The league done caught up with y'all. They done figured you out.
Yeah.
So that happens every couple of years, bro. You only have 1 or 2 good years where the league don't know what you finna do. After they done played against you a year or 2, they done figured out your offense. So it's on you to change it up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to definitely do something different this season coming up, Philly, because like you said, the league. If Barkley ain't going crazy, the Eagles ain't got a chance. But if they can find some way to kind of revamp Barkley and try to get him the ball in a couple different ways, then yeah, they're predictable.
That's what it is, man.
Ain't they doubling Brown? I don't think he had a 1,000-yard season this year, did he?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he was real frustrated this year. Boy, he was so mad this year, boy. That boy Brown was so mad.
But the good thing about it, you still got the team and the bones of the team intact. Your Super Bowl team still intact.
Yeah.
All y'all need to do is cut some folks and add some pieces, some younger pieces on that offensive line, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe get another draft you another running back behind Saquon.
Yeah, they definitely need another one. You know, at least I'm just gonna say this, and maybe I'm wrong, but maybe they need a Mark Henry build.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Because Barkley can catch the ball out the backfield, so he's not just a one-dimensional running back.
But he shouldn't have to. Get you a tight end. That's
yeah, they do. Yeah, they don't have them. They don't have no tight. I think they do got a tight end, don't they?
They got a tight end, but he ain't worth a damn.
Yeah, they need a good tight end that can, that's tall, one that can catch that ball.
And it's a couple of them coming out. Well, I don't know if they still coming out because of this NIL. They might stay in and make.
A lot of them might stay in for a year. Stay an extra year.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them gonna stay an extra year, to tell you the truth. Because I mean, you can move around freely now.
Man, that's all Indiana did this year. That's how they won that championship. Indiana's whole team is 25 years old or older. The oldest team to ever win a college national championship. Hey, got grown men in there playing against 19 years old.
Hey, bully ball. They bullying them boys.
They bullied. They went out in NIL. Indiana said that. Said, I went out and got everybody that was somewhat good and wanted that last year to play. Their bodies is developed. They got their grown man body, so they the size of NFL players. They done seen the league on. They done seen every school pretty much because they done bounced around their whole collegiate career. Yeah, they went and bought them a championship.
Yeah, hey, that's the way it worked in college now. You know what I'm saying? It's been, hey, well, who got the money?
And none of these schools going in debt trying to keep over to get out.
Yeah, I think a lot of these kids gonna stay an extra year. I honestly believe a lot of them gonna stay an extra year just to, secure. I mean, even with that, you secure yourself financially
before
coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? You got a little money in your pocket. If you make it to the NFL, I make it. If I don't, I'm getting paid while I'm in college. I'm getting free education off a full scholarship, plus some endorsements, plus, the money from the college. So, yeah, I see a lot of them staying, and a lot of them, some of them that's not going to go, but once you go out of, once you get your degree and you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Stack yourself a couple bucks. Got your degree, and you can go off to you know what I'm saying, buy you a house. And start your career, whatever career you want to start.
They're not going into the league fucking up their money, because if they sat through the NIL all 5 years of the NIL era, that means you done had your little money, you done fucked off your money, you done realized, oh shit, I fucked off the money. I need to do this different. So by the time you go into the league, you should have established financial literacy by then. So that way, you got 5 years pretty much guaranteed when you go to the league. Your career normally 5 years. That's another 5 years to put you icing on the cake. So you can work out your money situations. You can make some good investments. So when you leave, it's not the same story as it was
back in the
previous years. You going broke, and after 2-3 years, you broke again. And no, because you worked that all out in college.
Yep. Now the prime example is Peterson. He going through. Adrian Peterson used to running back for the Vikings. He going through hard times because, like you say, no money, gambling. He ain't got no money. One of the best running backs of, you know what I'm saying, in his era, easily top 5 in his era.
Well, they need to crack down. That's one thing I will say about all sports. You need to crack down, and it's this push in major league sports across the board, every sport, to put gambling back on the forefront. And you see it with your clashes and your prize picks and your fan duels. All of these are gambling sites. So they trying to legitimize gambling to legalize gambling across the board. This is bigger than Nino Brown. This is mob reign.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gambling. Yeah. Always been a mob. Always been running gambling.
It's some deep corporate pockets in there want a piece of that gambling money now.
Oh, of course.
I think that's a major detriment right there. That need to be heavily regulated. I don't believe in gambling. I seen what the ills of gambling do. My daddy was a gambler.
Yeah, it can definitely ruin some Yeah, it definitely one of them things that can tear up a family, or I mean, basically destroy a family or destroy a person, by themselves.
So they need to get on top of that. I don't believe that gambling should be allowed in professional sports.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I know a lot of people like to play what's your little game, fantasy football, money and all of that. Hey man, do your thing. But that's just, I don't agree with it. That's just me.
Gotcha.
But I'm out, Skilly.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here, man. It's been, hey, thanks for coming on, talking. As
problem.
always, y'all know it's an open, free chat and panel. So appreciate you, brother. You always coming on, supporting me. I definitely appreciate you.
Hey man, I appreciate you, bro. I holler.
All right. Hey y'all, we up. I'm about to get up out of here. Shout out to Hot Tub Tony, man, for coming on. We talked a little sports. We talked a little bit of crime. But yeah, man, like you said, man, do your local. Start with your local. Go to the city county meetings. Go to the governor. You know what I'm saying? Write your governor, man. It's very important that you start locally and do your research. We don't do enough research. Jay-Z said, put it in a book. If you want to hide it from a ignorant person, put it in a book. And so I'm starting to do my book thing. I'm a little late. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't a big fan of reading books, but I done kind of started on my little journey and read. Two of my favorite books that coincide with each other. I'm gonna give y'all a couple books that I think can help you mentally. One book that I already read, I had to rebuy it because I let somebody get this book and they never returned it. And now they don't know where my book is at, so I don't loan out any books anymore. But it's Atomic Habits. It's a good book to teach you how to turn some of your bad habits into and build them into good habits. So it's an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad habits. So this book is last year I started reading this book at the beginning of the year. I probably got it done within about 2-3 months, maybe 4 months. Real good book. So if you're interested in a book and building some good habits and breaking some bad ones, great book to read. I love this book. That's why I rebought it, because I was so mad that the person got my book and don't know where it's at and haven't read it, but asked for my book and I haven't got it back. So that person can keep the book. I rebought it because I'm gonna reread it. Great book, man. Hey, if you want to build good habits and break bad ones. Now, the book that I'm gonna read after that, which is another book that's really good from what I've heard. Good Vibes, Good Life. How self-love is the key to unlocking your greatness. So self-encouraging books that you can read to kind of keep yourself in a positive mindset when you're dealing with people. And so this is my next book that I'm going to read. Not I want to read, but I'm definitely going to read. And I got a book that's called what is it? Sparring Discipline. I want to read that one. I'm gonna buy that one next week, but it's called Sparring Discipline. That's my next book I want to add to my book collection. So yeah, man, I already read it. I want to reread this one again. About to get ready to read this one, and I'm about to get the Sparring Discipline next. I want to read that book. So just self-love and learn how to discipline yourself to greatness. So it's just by me encouraging myself to be great. So hey, start reading, man. Reading is good. It calmed me down. It helped me to deal with people. And so I definitely like the reading aspect. I haven't read in about 3-4 months. I'm gonna get back to my reading. And so y'all just hey, read a little bit. It ain't no hurt to read. Put it in. We don't read enough. We look at TV. We look at YouTube all day. But we don't pick up a book. And so I'm encouraging. Go grab you some self-loving books. The book I'm gonna recommend for you to go read, because I already read it. I'm not gonna give you a book that I haven't read. If you're talking about trying to build your good habits and get rid of your break your bad habits, book of the month, man. Just go. But I'm gonna do the book of the year, Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, man, go pick it up. Hopefully, it encourage you to be great in whatever you decide to do. And so there you go. That's my book. I got another one too that I started, but I'm gonna have to finish it. I got this a couple years ago because I wanted to read it. Becoming Michelle Obama. I do have that one. I do need to get back to reading this one. Which I started reading a couple years ago. So I want to get back to reading Becoming Michelle Obama. That's another book that I started. This is a book that I started that I never finished, that I bought. And so, hey, I'm just trying to get back in my reading books, man. Instead of looking at YouTube all day, looking at a phone and a screen, put my face in the book. With that being said, man, it is your favorite gun owner checking out Jay Skilly. May God bless each and every one. You continue to take care of one another. It is your favorite gun owner, Jay Skilly, man. Be good, man. Be safe. And if you drink, because I forgot to air this story. I air it next week. But there was a young lady with some friends, got drunk, got kicked out the bar, and ended up a couple blocks away from the bar. As her friends went back inside the bar to go find some, she ended up I think the city was in cold blue, which means very, very cold. Basically, don't be outside unless you got to. And they end up finding her under a bridge where she passed away due to coldness. If you can't hold your liquor, stay your butt at home and drink. You in the comforts of your home. You ain't got to go nowhere. And you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Friends ain't got to be responsible for you being ignorant. It's not the friend's fault. Hey, if you're going to get pissy drunk to where you can't hold your liquor, you get kicked out, stay at home and drink. You ain't got to go nowhere. You can pass out on the couch and be good to go. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm about to put this, about to throw this my gold stuff on my Glock 48. So, bam, there you go. Peace.